so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm not gonna wake up. What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, 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 we come alive. Yeah, we come alive. Oh, 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 we come alive. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light. Just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light. Just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine, go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. get to Mars, oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break it, you're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me, I swear. You would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. Just watch me break it, you're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me, I swear. You would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you've tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. Getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday. No, I got it wrong again. Mentoring with Sally. Hi, I'm Sally Sparks Cousins. I am your in-house automation nerd, lover of sexy numbers, and I help coaches, consultants, and course creators be able to scale their business with the help of challenges, webinars, and learning sales. Awesome, guys. Well, welcome if this is the very first time that you're joining us. Wow, we got a new subscriber. Yeah, thank you for the subscribe. So if you want to make my computer dance like that, then you have to hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and it makes my computer like do crazy things. How cool was that? Thank you very much for, I missed your name. Oh my goodness. Make sure you comment. I like to celebrate you, and thank you very much for hitting that button, because honestly, that helps our channel grow, our message grow, and the Sparkle tribe grow as well. So if you have not yet done it, then go and hit the subscribe button over on YouTube. You just look for my name, There it is. There it is right there. If we haven't yet met and you're following me for the very first time, then what you need to do is put the word new in the chat box so we can welcome you into the Sparkle world. And if you're an avid sparkler, you're a sparkle lifer, then you put in those sparkle hearts, right? Purple hearts and sparkles shows me that you know that we have sparkle love for everybody. We're an abundance mindset community. Together we rise and support each other. Awesome, guys. Well, today this is actually Mentoring with Sally. So for those brand new here to the Sparkle world, let me explain to you what we do. First, we teach a little something. And today we're talking about the emotional journey, the emotional cycle of an entrepreneur. And then also what we do is we do some key takeaways from the teachings, and then we move into live Q&A. So we've got some VIPs hanging out with us who are starting to jump on into the room. And also if you're on the live stream, then you can certainly ask a question by popping in the chat box the letter Q with a question, and I will also get to your questions. Awesome. So today's content is about the emotional cycle of an entrepreneur. And you know what we do? We're pretty smart with our content because we're going to take this content and we're going to also repurpose this content as well. So we will put it across all the other places that we're not streaming now. We edit it, we make reels out of it, and all of the things as well. So if you are a content creator, I recommend that you be smart with your content, that you ensure that you are repurposing and reusing, making quotes and all the things out of your content. But before we jump in, let's head on over and say hi to our VIPs. Make sure all the sound's set up right. Hi, VIPs. There are some of them like to jump in early, and they will hang out with us and learn inside the room. Hey! And some of them like to watch on the live stream, and then they will jump on in at the end. Now, in the second hour, we do go dark. So we will go dark. And with that, what we do is we do an hour with the VIPs. So I'm picking through their funnels. I'm looking at their sexy numbers. I'm answering any questions that they may have about building out their sales and marketing machines. Awesome, guys. Well, let's get stuck into the content and sparkle on in. Are you an online entrepreneur? Are you somebody who maybe has a coaching business, a consulting business? Maybe you're a course creator and you feel like you're on this emotional roller coaster ride. Sometimes it's like Groundhog Day. Sometimes it's exciting. Sometimes you're just like, should I just throw in the towel, take my winnings, and run? If that is you, then this lesson is exactly what you need. I'm going to share with you what the emotional cycle of being an entrepreneur is. You see, once you understand the emotional cycle and you are aware of it, once you're aware, it's in the knowing. When you know what stage of the emotional cycle you're in, you're like, oh, hi, I'm in this stage right now, and what can I do to get myself out of it? So what I'm going to do is head on over to my whiteboard. I thought the best way to teach it is to visually show you the cycle as well. So let's head into my whiteboard. Here we are, and my whiteboard's decided it wants to go to sleep. Awesome. Well, let's try. There we go. Awesome. All right. So as we start our journey as an entrepreneur, we always start up here in this amazing phase of excitement. Okay. Now, when you're in excitement, and I've spelt that wrong, but anyway, everyone knows I don't always spell right. Is there an E? Isn't there an E? Doesn't matter. It's the point that matters the most. So when we start in our business, we're excited, right? Who's excited? When you first start your business, you're like, yes, I'm doing this thing that I was put on the planet to do. Maybe you've quit a 9-to-5 job. Maybe you've decided to make a real good go of your side hustle and you're still working a 9-to-5, but you're excited. You're excited for the possibility. You're excited for the future. You're just downright excited, right? We all start in this phase where we're feeling excited at the possibility, the chance of changing people's lives. And if you're following me, that's probably what you're trying to do. You're trying to transform someone's life, help others. Is that you? I'm guessing it is if you're part of the Sparkle world. All right. So once we're in excitement, guess what's going to happen? You're going to start your business and inevitably something is going to go wrong. It just does. And then inevitably when something goes wrong, we move into frustration. Oh no, don't die on me, pen. We move into frustration. Yes, frustration that my pen may die. So once something goes wrong, we get frustrated. We're like, oh, I thought it would be easier. I thought that, I could do this. And the problem with frustration starts us to think, should I have even started this journey? And frustration breeds doubt. Okay, so we move into doubt. And when we're in doubt, we start to doubt ourselves. We start to doubt whether or not this exciting dream that we had originally is actually going to come to fruition. We start to doubt whether or not we can do this because we start to realize, hey, this isn't easy. It's going to take sheer grit and determination, and I don't know if I have what it takes. And doubt is horrible. This is where we start to potentially, and we always do, we move into this next phase after we start doubting ourselves, doubting our dreams, doubting our capabilities, and just doubting whether or not anyone's actually going to be interested in your thing. Doubt moves us into one of my most favorite phases called creative avoidance. Now, creative avoidance is actually fun, right? Or sometimes it is, but what we do in creative avoidance is we find things to do that aren't actually productive, but they keep us busy. And we will say, go to follow up with a customer. And we're like, no, the pantry's much better to be cleaning, or I've got to go and fold the laundry, or, the kids have got to get picked up. Or for me, I jump into Canva and make pretty things, right? We go into creative avoidance. So we're busy, but most of the time in creative avoidance, it is not the thing that we need to be doing, but it's a creative way to not do the doing. Now, when you are in creative avoidance, this is where you now have to be really emotionally aware and intelligent enough to know when you've hit this phase. Because creative avoidance, this is where we can go off into two different places. Okay? So the first thing that may happen is you might get a sale, okay? Or a client says yes, or somebody picks up the phone or calls you, or you need to actually pull yourself back into, there's something wrong with the middle of my screen here. See where the frustration word is? All right, so what you need to do in creative avoidance is you need to refocus. And you need to find a way to be able to pull yourself back into excitement. Now, when you move into refocusing, it may happen automatically, like I said, with a sale, and woohoo, we get excited again. Or it may take more sheer willpower to find something to pull you back to excitement. Now, let me shift you back to creative avoidance and tell you about shiny ball chasers. Show of hands, who has shiny ball syndrome? right? You seem to go off and focus on other things, or you're jumping from business idea to business idea, or company to company. I can see a lot of VIPs in the room raising their hands right now. Yes, Deborah. Yes, Christy. So what you're doing is you're in creative avoidance, and what creative avoidance does, it takes you off over here into excuses. Now, sometimes these excuses are legit, okay? But we believe that these excuses are real. Like, oh, the business didn't work, so I know I have to go and try another one. Or I'm too goddamn busy with the kids. Or I'm working a 9-to-5 job and I don't have time to start my passion project or my business. Now, they may feel real to you, but if you're emotionally intelligent enough, you will recognize them as an excuse. That excuse is the thing that's pulling you away from your dream, from that thing that got you excited again. So what you need to start doing is recognizing when you're in creative avoidance. So you want to move back to this refocus, or another word I like to call it is recommitment. Okay, when you're in this area of creative avoidance, you really need to pull yourself up into recommitting. Now, sometimes it's easy, but sometimes, and most of the times, it's not that easy. So here are some strategies that I use to pull myself out of creative avoidance and back into recommitment, which then pulls me back into excitement. One thing is I read through client testimonies and I look at them and I'm like, remember that person I helped? Remember that life I changed? This is why you're doing it. I go and watch client testimonial videos. Now, you may hear me asking you to make videos all the time. This is also a way for me, not just for you to show up and show your commitment, but it's also, selfishly, a way for me to remind myself, why am I doing this thing that's not always easy? Most of the time it's hard. Another thing is I have a gratitude jar, or you can have a gratitude book where you write in things that you're grateful about personally and for your business every day. You can flick back through that book, and that's another way to get recommitted. If you've got a mentor, reach out, get help. Say, hey, help me. I'm in creative avoidance. I notice I'm making excuses not to do the thing that I know I need to be doing. And that is smart. If you find yourself a mentor or a coach, I don't care whether it's me or a friend in business, whoever it is, you all should have somebody you can lean on when you're moving from doubt to creative avoidance so that you can get back to excitement as fast as possible. So then you move back into excitement, and guess what's going to happen? Inevitably, something's going to go wrong again, and you're going to get frustrated. Doubt's going to creep in. You're going to move to creative avoidance, and then you are going to need to find a way to refocus and recommit again to get back to excitement. Now, when you're in your first stages of your business, literally you can go through this cycle multiple times in a day. It's a huge roller coaster ride. But the longer you're in business, the less you go through this. Not that you don't go through it. You will go through it as you scale to your first 5-figure month, and then onto your 6-figure year. And then you'll get to like 300,000 a year, and you're like, oh my God, it's so hard. I can't get to $500,000. You get to $500,000 and you're like, oh my God, it's so hard. I can't seem to crack that $1 million. Even when you get past $1 million, it's going to be a forever thing. So having that emotional intelligence, knowing the emotional cycle of an entrepreneur, it's in the knowing, it's in the being aware that you, literally, this one here, we need to avoid at all costs. We want to avoid excuses, because excuses is just a way to send you off into shiny ball land and give up on your dream. All right, let's try to avoid excuses, because excuses are not real. It's just an excuse. Even though they may feel real, they're probably just an excuse. And as my clients know, sometimes I'll pull you up. I'll go, is that real or is it an excuse? Because it takes sheer grit and determination to stay an entrepreneur, continuously stay. And you, like when I'm in creative avoidance, what I've realized and what I do now is I'm like, okay, I'm having a moment. I'm in creative avoidance right now, and I'm aware that I need to be in creative avoidance. But what I've done is I've thought about the different areas of my business and which of the areas of my business do I love to be in and do that makes me feel creative, but is also taking me still towards that bigger dream, the thing that is going to keep me excited, right? And for me, that will be designing. Okay, I've been a graphic designer for like 25 years. I love it, and I will jump over, but I'll create a workbook, or I will create, I'll get in and I will make banners or social media posts. Now, I don't want to be doing that stuff all the time because it's not income producing activity. It's fun and it's shiny, but it is stuff I can use in my business. So now when I recognize that I'm in creative avoidance, I choose something to do that's creative, but is helpful to my business, rather than going and looking for another business model, rather than going and trying to find another coach, or go and try and find another business to join, or, just go and find another course to buy. They're not helpful, right? But making a workbook that I could potentially turn into a lead magnet is helpful, or making a workbook that could buff up the amazingness of the course that I run. That's helpful. Maybe not needed, but it's helpful. And so that's what I recommend that you do. So remember, we go through all of these 3, 4, 5 phases continuously, round and round and round through the entire journey of being an online entrepreneur. So turn on your emotional intelligence, be smart, always have a way to get, the hardest part is getting from creative avoidance back to recommitment. Find ways, and I want you to write down ways that you can use when you find yourself in creative avoidance, because you'll get there sometimes multiple times a day. What are some things that you can do to help pull yourself out? So for me, I have reach out to my coach. It would be wrong of me to be a coach and not have a coach, right? Because I truly believe everyone should have a coach. Or I will look through my testimonials or watch videos. Now, sometimes I do have Netflix days, or what I like to call doona days. They're necessary for my sanity to try and switch my brain off. But if a Netflix day turns into a Netflix week or month, that is not helpful. It is not serving me any longer. Sometimes a Netflix day is fine, or a doona day, as I like to call them, is totally fine. But when it turns into days, weeks, and months, it's no longer serving you, and it becomes a problem, and it becomes an excuse. And real business owners know it's going to take work. There are ups and downs, and you need to believe in the vision. You need to believe in your why. You need to believe so much that it will happen, even if it hasn't yet happened, so that it can keep pushing you forward, even through frustration and doubt, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But now you know the cycle. Now you know what's coming, and it's in the knowing and asking yourself every day, where am I? What am I feeling? Stopping every now and then and taking stock of where you are in the moment right now. If you're feeling happy, stop. Ask yourself why and write that down. Oh, that's something I can use to get from creative avoidance back to recommitment. If you're in frustration or doubt, stop. Ask yourself why. So next time you feel that feeling, you'll recognize it and you'll go, oh, that's just a feeling. It's just a feeling and it was brought on by this action or this thought. Because a lot of our feelings come from a thought. So it always starts in this process. We get a thought, right? We have a thought which elicits some kind of a feeling, whether it be happy or sad or angry, frustrated, doubting. They're just feelings, right? They're just feelings. But what we do with those feelings, that's what's going to make the difference. Do we turn that feeling into an excuse to not keep going? Or do we use that feeling to go, I'm going to get through it. I'm going to prove that stupid feeling wrong. Or as I call it, the little itty bitty shitty committee sitting on your shoulder telling you things that, aren't real. I'm going to flick it off and I'm going to keep on going. Because the thought you have is going to pop into your brain and the feeling is just a feeling. It isn't real. It is just a feeling. It's the action you do after that feeling that's going to give you the results that you create for yourself. You can't blame anybody else. It all comes back to you. All right, guys. So I want you to now comment below, what emotional cycle of an entrepreneur are you in right now? Are you in excitement like, yes, something really awesome happened, or I've started a business, or I've had a sale? Where are you? Or are you frustrated? Something just went wrong and you're like, oh God, why? Can I tell you, as business owners, we are in the business of problem solving. We are every single day, something is going to go wrong. It's just a matter of time. And my team hear me say this all the time. Hello, problem. You've come to visit me today. Sometimes that problem may come in the morning and I'm like, yep, here you are, nice and early, showing up just as I expected. Sometimes it's in the afternoon or towards the late evening. I'm like, there you are. You thought you weren't going to come today, but you're here. Hi, problem. And then we focus on the solution and not the problem. And by recognizing that it's going to come up every single day, we just accept it as part of business, part of life. It's like eating, sleeping, and going to the toilet. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. So it's like, hey there, hey problem. All right, let's focus on the solution. Let's keep on moving. You were going to come today no matter what. So are you in frustration or doubt? Or maybe you're in creative avoidance. Maybe you're like, you know what, that laundry, it so much needs to be folded. Not calling those 5 customers, like the laundry is more important. Or have you found yourself chasing another shiny ball, looking at a new course, looking at a new coach? Maybe you're thinking about like starting a whole brand new idea and you haven't even given this one a go for 6 or 12 months. When I started my business, I said to my husband, give me 5 years. Give me 5 years. Because I knew I was going to make a go of the one thing for 5 years. All right, so let me know in the chat, where are you? Or are you sitting in excitement? Yeah, or recommitment. I can't wait to hear from you. All right, guys, so I'm going to head on over now to the VIP room. I'm going to get their feedback and see where they may be sitting. So come on in, guys, VIPs. I've got to make sure all my sounds, as you know, are always in the right place. So I've got to go to that one over there, and I've got to go to that. Be able to hear you. All right, who would be the first one to share a key takeaway from this morning's? I'm going to call on Angela because she's come in with her beautiful background that's animated from our lesson on Friday. So Angela, tell me, what's a key takeaway you got from today and what stage are you in?
Well, the stage that I'm in is frustration. I'm usually the person that's seeing, all of these shiny new objects that I just have to have, and I never complete a program, but I'm actually determined to get through this one. So I put off a lot of things so that I can keep focus on this, but I'm frustrated at this point because something's just not working right for me, but I'm determined and I'm not giving up. So everything you said today was awesome and right on point. I said, Sally is talking about me, huh?
Well, and it's in the recognizing why you're frustrated. But then I heard you say, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going. So know that everything is figure outable, right? We can figure everything out. It just takes a matter of time, seeking out the right information, getting the right help. You totally got this. What about you, Jacqueline? What was a takeaway for you?
That you just nailed it where I am, just like pow. In that whole, I have to go back and can we go back and replay this and find this? Because I need to catch the beginning about that emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm between frustration and creative avoidance. And and that's like my avoidance is like I won't do anything. Okay, I need to do this. Maybe if I post clothes and things like that. But I'd rather be creating my next product or a new product. And so therefore I'm going like, well, you just being a big baby on it. And I just gave up. One little thing tripped me up. And then I'm ready to shut down, and then the doubt and all the crazy stinking things coming. So that's pretty much where I am. Just, I guess you can say creative avoidance.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Having a mentor. I said, oh, that's why I signed up for mentoring, because I would be like, dead in the water if I wasn't in this, in this particular session.
Yeah, excellent. I'm so pleased to hear. And again, it's in the recognizing. Now you've recognized it. Find a way to get recommitted. If you need to stay in creative avoidance for a little bit, that's okay. But try and choose something that is taking you towards that bigger vision, that bigger goal, all of those things. I love that. Deborah, how about you, honey? She's looking for the button.
There I am.
There
Sorry
you are.
about that.
No,
I'm
that's
working
okay.
on this new computer. I think I go back and forth between creative avoidance and doubt. And I think one of the reasons I've been able to keep going since I'm not sure, maybe October when I first hooked into your first program, the Canva. I think just having you there, being a mentor and an encourager, is a real big part of why I am still moving forward. I think life gets in the way. I think, I was planting trees with my husband yesterday, and it just seems like when things come up, it's hard to get back and get focused. I feel like I got a little bit behind, and I know you always say that you're not behind, you're right where you're supposed to. But I think that making the video for the thank you, I finally got it done for the thank you page. But I think one of the things, and I used to talk to students a lot about it, is when we're working, it's a struggle doing these new things you're teaching us. But I know it's going to get easier. And it's called productive struggle. So I'm much better to try to stay in that productive struggle than I am to be in the creative avoidance. So that's what I'm going to focus on.
Yes, I love that productive struggle. And the thing is, when we start, we think we know it, and the more we learn, the less we realize we know. Right. And
Absolutely.
That can always sneak in as well, because at the beginning it's like, oh, yeah, that's easy. I'll just create a marketing funnel and it just kind of happens like this. But every time you learn something new, you're like, oh no, like there's all these other questions that come up, and you'll always know the ones that don't know the answers or haven't really sought or seeked the answers. They sound like they know everything until they actually start learning. And then we're like, oh, there is all of these things I didn't know that I know that I still don't know. So, and like you said, I love that you're wanting to be productive, struggling productively. And that's awesome. And again, in that recognizing where you're at. I see our amazing accelerator student, Erin, in the house. Also, Christy, Christine, Sarah, feel free to jump in. You can camera on or off. It's up to you. But I'd love to hear your takeaways from this morning's lesson as well. Anyone? I know Sarah's usually in, or she's out walking the dog or something. Awesome. All right. Well, if nobody has any add-ons, yes, Sarah, go for it, honey.
Well, I'm not sure where I am. I've been struggling with my puppy business for, well, probably over a year. And I'm stuck. I just haven't made that breakthrough. And I've had a couple of people sign up for my freebie and they go through the 5 email series, but then nothing. And I've had new clients and old clients have trouble with potty training. So I said, hey, I've got this course that can help you out. Why don't you watch it in exchange for a free testimonial? And nothing. Maybe they watched the first chapter and then nothing. So I just
Okay.
I'm stuck with that.
Yeah.
And I'm in a place where I need to get some, financial income going.
Yes.
So then I got all excited about the KEAP Certified Partner Program. So I've spent the last week studying. And I looked at the first test question. I go, oh my God, I don't know enough to answer this question. So now I'm discouraged about that. And I don't know where I am or what I want.
All right. Well, there's a few things that I heard there. And I know only because I've worked with you for a while, is that you need to move the activities. It's all right if I be totally honest with you, Sarah? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You need to move your choice of activities now closer to the sale. So the thing that's going to give you more sales. How many Facebook groups did you join this week?
None.
How many people have you tried to help and get into the DMs this week?
I'm not having any conversation, so I can't get them in there.
Right.
And the groups I'm in are just not the right groups, that give me those opportunities.
So how many groups have you posted in this week?
None.
So.
Well, it's only Monday.
Okay, so let's say last week.
Probably 5.
Okay, 5. So we were saying 10 groups a day, every day.
Yeah.
And then you times that by a week. How many do we should you hit for the end of the week?
50 or 60.
Yeah. And would you hire yourself as an employee right now if you weren't hitting those goals?
I probably would counsel this employee and find out why she's not finding the right groups, because I'm not finding the right groups.
Yeah, but you didn't join any last week.
Well, I'm out of ideas of what types of groups to join.
Okay. So
a lot of the local ones, you have to be a resident.
Yeah.
And a lot of the
do you know how many
groups,
there are billions of groups on Facebook? Have you
Okay,
tried
but
all over the world? We are a member of probably around 3,500 groups. How many groups do you think you're a member of?
Several hundred.
One, you're not consistently posting and helping to find your hot groups. 2, you're not making conversations. You're working in marketing, but you're done. You don't need to be building any more funnels, spending any more time in automation, because that's easy for you. Not easy for everybody, but it's easy for you. You need to start thinking about moving your activities closer to the sale. What you do is an amazing business model. It can totally take you to 6 figures. You just need to choose the right activities that get you there. Have you approached every single veterinary clinic around the world to say, hey, I have this free resource. Would you put it in your puppy packs?
Well, of course not. That's
See?
A lot of that.
Exactly. So you haven't done everything you can possibly be doing. The activities that you're doing right now are not the right activities. They're safe. They're easy for you. Not saying everyone can automate like you. You need to set income producing number goals to hit every week. The group thing is just one type of thing that I've spoken to you about. Finding joint venture partners, getting onto podcasts, reaching out to every single veterinary clinic around the English-speaking world. There are activities that you can be doing that will help you get closer to the money. You need to focus on money-making activities now. You don't need to build any more funnels. You've got a course, you've got testimonials, you've got everything except the sale, which really takes booking consults and follow-ups and working on any activity that's going to get you a consult. I know I'm being brutally honest now, Sarah. You need to focus on the selling portion of your business model. Every activity needs to be, is this taking me closer to a sale?
And what you're telling me is no surprise because we've been around and around and around for probably 6 weeks.
And I
But it's
can't
just
do
really
it for
hard
you.
me to do
Yeah.
this. I know.
I can't do it
I
for
think
you. You need to make the commitment to do that type of thing. Join 10 groups a day. Post helpful tips in 10 groups a day and look for 10 people to start a conversation with every single day. You do not go to bed until you've done each of those 10 things. You tell yourself at the end of the day, I will fire you, Sarah, if you don't do the doing. Right? Do that. That is one of many things you could be doing, but it is something that's free. And as you said, you've got more time than money. And it is the one thing that will get you closer to a sale. Yes, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get some group moderators that block you. You're going to get some group moderators that don't like what you're doing. Lead with service, right? Lead with service. Look for people to help. There are billions of Facebook groups out there to join. We just don't do the joining anymore because we've got our handful of hot groups that we tap into, and you keep just joining them until you find your list of hot groups. But if I was to look for all different types of animal groups on Facebook, you should be in every single one of them.
Okie doke.
You can do this. I know you can, because I know how when you get your head into something like learning automation, you get it done. It's just there's this fear or there's some kind of emotion in you that comes up that stops you from the selling part of a business. And it is the thing that brings this.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are people in all sorts of groups, that's it, right. And dog peoples are in notice board groups. Dog people are in, like, put the word notice board in and join every notice board group around the world. Community groups, join every community group around the world. Post pictures about your happy dog. And I bet you anyone who has a dog is going to put a photo of their fur baby underneath, right? And then you can start conversations with those people. Or, puppy photos. Who's thinking about buying a puppy? Here's a really cute photo of my puppy. Lead with service, lead with the conversation, and then ask about them. So, and there was another sentence you said, I tell them to take my course and watch it. Don't tell them, ask them.
Well, I offer it to them.
Yeah. So just the words, the way, if you go back and listen to the way you said what you said, I'm like, not quite right. We need to lead with questions and asking permission. I see you've got a puppy, what's your biggest struggle? What do you wish you knew more of? Tell me more about that. Why would that be good for you? Hey, I've actually got this thing. If I send it to you, would you watch it? Great. Look, it only has 6 lessons. How long do you think it would take you to go through those 6 lessons? Oh, by Thursday? Excellent. So you're telling me you'll watch it by Thursday? Remember the ask and the follow-up technique? You've got to use each of those steps. So if I call you on Friday or message you on Friday to see how you went with that, would that be okay? They'll go, yeah, of course it will. Excellent. Well, look, I'll just pop that in. Would it be morning or afternoon be better for you? So we can great, I'll pencil that in. I'll reach out to you on Friday afternoon to see how you went with that. And then what do you do Friday afternoon? You reach out to them. Hey, did you have a chance to watch that thing? Right? How did you go? What did you like best? You didn't? Oh, that's okay. We all get busy. It's only 6 lessons. When do you think that you'll be able to do that? Oh, look, I've got time over the weekend. We repeat back to them. Oh, okay. So you're going to watch it by the weekend. Is that correct? Yes. Awesome. Well, would it be all right if I reached out to you on Monday? Yes. Would morning or afternoon be better for you? Morning? Oh, great. Well, why don't I pencil that in and I'll contact you on Monday and see how you go with that. Great. Monday comes around. Hi, how you going? And you can imagine the snowball effect. 1 week you get 2 people to talk to. 1 week you get another 3. And they keep snowballing. And until they tell you to nick off, piss off, whatever they use, or just ghost you, even if they ghost you 9 attempts before you put them in the, well, I'll just put them in my nurture campaign. All right. Go back and watch the ask and follow up stuff inside the sales marketing school. That will help too.
Okay.
All right, darling, you got this. I know you have. I know you have. All right. I wish I could do it for you, but I can't.
I know.
And I know your business model is amazing. You've got so much social proof, right? You've been doing this for so many years. And you've got a passion for it. Unfortunately, running a business takes sometimes the things we don't love doing, which is, getting over that selling component. And I know you can do it.
All right.
All right. When you come back in
Thank
Monday,
you.
don't avoid Monday. You're coming back in on Monday and you're going to tell me what you've been up to, okay?
Ma'am.
And also go into the elite group. There will be a Monday goal post going up that should have gone up, hopefully. We're trying to get our new person to make sure they post every week. If it's not up, I will make sure it goes up. But we're going to be setting our goals this afternoon that everyone's going to, or this morning, wherever you are in the world. We're going to be all writing our goals down like we did last week and popping them under the post as well. Awesome. All right. Now, please raise your hand, VIPs, if you have any more questions. Let me head across. Let's have a look. We've got some. Catherine, I'm in grief from recently putting down our family dog. I had no idea of the emotional impact this event would have on me. So thankful for this session. Oh, beautiful, honey. We know I've grown up in dog families my entire life so we've been through many, many generations. And even then, we're on our 2nd generation of dogs from, moving out of home and, adulting, or if that's what you want to call it. It's like you've got to go through all of the stages of grief. Google it, stages of grief. You've got to go through those as well. So allow yourself to process and go through those stages, but don't give up on your dreams either. All right, darling. I get it, because our puppies are they were our babies before babies. And just like, yep. And even when we brought home our first baby, we actually brought home the blankets, because our baby had to spend time in the hospital before she came home. We brought home our baby blankets and we put them with the puppies, so they were all knew the smells when she came home. But yeah, our babies were babies before babies, and they'll be our babies well after our baby leaves home. So I totally get it. All right, guys. Guys in the room here, please raise your hand if you've got any questions. I know Erin's jumped in today for a question. We have 15 more minutes before we go dark. If it's a dark question that you would prefer to be done in the privacy of the VIP room, then you can certainly wait until then. You're welcome, Catherine. My heart goes out to you. And also, Kat, if you can find if we had any submitted questions as well that I need to cover, let me know in the chat box. Any questions from the VIPs in the room? Please ask away. We are into Q&A time now. Yes, Angela.
Sally?
Yes.
My question has to do with, and I know you told us not to dwell on it. I did it and I'm moving on, but I have a problem with my, the thank you part of the in KEAP. You told us to lock the video, but when I put it in there, the video doesn't work.
Okay, so do you have your computer open and the video open? And if you can open KEAP, you can open YouTube and go to the thank you page. Let me have a look and we'll be able to fix that for you. So if you can get all of that open and let me know.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yep, excellent. All right. I'm not sure when this question came in from Christine. Would it help to start telling stories about proof? Christine, do you want to explain what that was about? Hey, honey.
Hello. I know that it's really hard. It's always hard. But I was just thinking, like, one of the things that I've learned from you, Sally, is that personality counts. And it's really hard because you've got to get your head in the front and like do that. And I think that's why we're all here, because like you vibe us up and all that kind of stuff. So I found that even if no one's coming to your lead magnet and no one's buying your classes at the moment, and we've all been cancelled because of COVID, if you get excited about what you've done, and I know that like I'll say, oh, well, I've got one of these students that just got so excited about this, that can be infectious in itself. And also, instead of, as an artist, I have a real problem with selling. I think we all do, like I have a real problem because it feels like you're forcing someone to something that people don't really want, and you kind of think you're a bit above it too, because she's like, well, I'm not really selling. It's something else. So being excited about, someone else, like the puppy stories, like the difference it made that you could offer. Again, in advertising, I know that it takes 20 hits, right? So it feels like you're regurgitating yourself, but it also feels it takes yourself out of the story, and you get to be excited about your client or your student or something like that. And I find that that's a lot easier to talk about and sell than going, oh, I've got this great thing. Say what someone else, the testimonial is really, really good, but and also practicing getting your head on there. And I mean, look, she's got puppies. Like, who doesn't want?
I know. It's one of those things that when you see a photo of a puppy, you just automatically go, oh, right?
Yeah. And it's sort of, yeah. And I mean, look, I'm such a niche, but my thing's like, well, like, wouldn't it be good if you could feel really good about painting? And it's such a tiny, nothing thing, but those people will kind of attach themselves to that. But it is like, yeah, have a lot of things and follow-ups, and even then, but I feel like you can get yourself out of the way by that. Maybe it's just me hiding, I don't know.
Yeah, no, but, I love
it's easier to sell.
That is awesome, and I do love that. And I would love to see Sarah have like a regular show that she does every week where she shares stories.
Watch, right?
Right, totally.
Have a dog.
Right, even if you've got a dog and not a puppy, but have a regular show that every week you go live and you tell a client story or one of your stories, and stories sell. Stories are the things that have people coming back. The more vulnerable you can be, the more people are attracted to you. Talking like about sharing, when Erin came to me, Erin was not going live, not using Instagram, not doing any of those things. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, every week you need a regular time. So, and now she's bringing people in to interview them. Hasn't been working with us for very long at all. Grew to 300 odd followers. I don't know what she's at now on Instagram. And now is booked out for interviews through till April, because she spent the time to reach out to people, just to have conversations with people, to share their stories. And other people want to share their stories. So even Sarah getting back previous clients just to chat with them about their experiences, you could literally, people love to talk about themselves. And that's why Erin has been booked out so far, is because people love to talk about themselves. So you could be bringing, so Erin, thanks for popping in. Erin, share what it is since we chatted and I gave you a bit of a, to do the whole Instagram, because that's where you wanted to be. We chose your platform and you had not done Instagram at all. So
no, I knew
share
nothing.
your story.
And it really annoyed me that I even felt like I had to do it, but that's where my audience is, because I work with pregnant women and they're young and they're more likely to be there than Facebook. And I found it easier to engage and find people on Instagram than Facebook for what I'm doing. But I've just been doing lives. I started in December, and every Thursday I do an interview, and in Facebook, I'm in some mom groups, and I reached out and just said, like, does anyone have a unique breastfeeding story? And like Sally, like you said, people are more than willing to share their experience. And then I started reaching out to people I know within the birth industry to share their experience. I've literally had no one say no. It's just a matter of finding the right schedule for them. And that's how I've booked out so far, is because, if it doesn't work right away, then we just keep pushing out. And it's been so neat. And Now that's given me contacts. It's giving me content that I know I can come back to later. I don't have time right now to necessarily repurpose, but it's there. And so it's been a really fun exercise, and going live, and it's fun seeing the same regular people coming on each week. So that part has been really, really good. And building it, it gives me content. Like, so whatever my topic is for the week with the interview, it gives me my posts for the week and my stories for the week, because I'm not having to then make it up. It's a theme. So that was a really nice side effect I wasn't really expecting either.
Yeah, you've been doing really well. So how many from 0 to what are you at now since December?
400.
Yay! Look at you go, girl. Like, I mean, literally 0. This girl had no Instagram. I think we even set up a brand new account maybe.
Yes, I did not have a personal Instagram. Literally, I had to learn what the difference between a post and a story was. I didn't know anything.
And like Erin's knocking on doors, she's reaching out to influencers. She's asking people, like you said, inside the niche, as well as people sharing their stories. And for all of you, think about it. People love talking about themselves. And not only that is their friends will come follow, and their friends' friends will come follow. And the more you get on every week, you will start to build your brand. You will start being seen. And Erin's like, I hate camera. I don't want to learn these things. And we're like, you can do it. You can do it. And she just pushed through. Like, Erin's a pound the pavement kind of girl. I love it. She's an action taker. She doesn't let excuses or fear hold her back. And it's showing. I mean, you're running your first challenge. That's coming up, which, you know, we've mapped out, and she's got participants coming in, and we're going to dive into more of that when we go dark. And also we have, you've already started making money, which is awesome, right?
Well, yeah, so Sally, you got me my first client, and that one client got me I created a boot camp out of that for one person. I got a couple other people involved. That is becoming my online course. And so the biggest thing for me is I'm not too worried right now about the massive number of people, but I'm in it maybe at a different spot than like Sarah, right? I'm maybe a little behind because I'm still building. But if I have one person that's interested, I'm going to build it for them. And then once I have their testimonial, right, then I can build off of that. And some of them are lifers now, and I can help them postpartum with care in that direction. So it's been a really cool thing. And in some ways it's been really fast. In some ways, of course, it feels like it's too slow, but I think that's probably part of it too.
It is totally part of it. Yeah, it is. Like, we all want it to be faster than it is. And, when you start getting to the point where you're like, okay, now I'm good. I'm ready to scale. It's like, I can't scale fast enough because it takes money and then employees to scale. And sometimes the money can't keep up with the work and the time. And there's always a new challenge at every stage as you start to grow your business. Like, I need more employees, but we don't have the finances for more employees. So we're still doing the work, right? And then that's just part of growth as well. But you are, like I said, you're a pound the pavement. I tell you to do something, you just do it. And you come back and you've got numbers. Taking
instruction.
Yeah. And yeah, no excuses. Like, Erin does not fall into creative avoidance or excuse making. She's just like, no, keep going. Next person, next person, next person. And it's, it's inspiring to watch. It gives me goosebumps just talking about it. So thanks for joining me. I can't wait to chat with more when we go dark about your challenge as well. Awesome. Angela, how did you go? Have you got all your pieces open on your computer?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Do you want to do a share screen for us, honey? And let's have a look at and see what's happening. Awesome. All right. Okay. So where the video is, can you just click on that area for me inside of the design? Oh, I can already see what it is. Okay, open YouTube. Have you got the YouTube open? Yep. Okay, edit the video. So go to the video and click edit. So hover underneath where the video is and you'll see a little few buttons pop up. Yep, click the edit one. That's it. All right, now you'll see on the right-hand side under the video, it's got set to private. Can you see? Yep. All right, so, yep, just there. So on that private area there, can you swap that to unlisted?
Oh, okay.
Yep, and then just click away. Yep, okay, awesome. And then if you just... Let's just put a full stop in the title for me. Just put a full stop in the title, just up here in the title. Just put a full stop there.
Type in full stop?
Yeah, that's it. Just because I wanted to see this button up the top here, save. Just click on save. Yep, done. All right. Now, if you want to go back to KEAP, all right, and then I want you to just refresh this page. So if you can just click in where the video is. So just click here in the video area. Yep. And have you got the URL posted in there? Yeah, just over in here. That's the URL. I can't actually read it. My screen's really small, but that's got the URL from the video in there. Is that correct? Yep. Okay.
Yes.
So first off, can you just go over to pages on the over there? Yep. So click on pages. That's it. Just click back up here to the index area. Yep. Awesome. And now click back to your thank you page. All right. So it's still showing as private. It will start showing, okay? So what I'd like you to do is go click on the continue button at the top. Click republish. Yep, just up there. That's it. Click republish. All right, and then down the bottom where it's got open your landing page, just open that landing page at the bottom. Yep. Okay, now, can you opt in through your landing page for me? So just pop in your name and email. You can just do test@test.com, that's fine. So in the email. Excellent, and opt through. It's still showing it private. All right, go back to YouTube. We might have to go all the way through to the end. All right, just scroll down for me. Oh, it's still set to private for some reason. So change it to unlisted. Yep, okay. Click away.
Or do I need to hit done?
Oh, that's why. There we go. That would work. Excellent. Now click save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, if you can go back to the landing page for us, so just go back to the thank you page, like the one that the customer sees, and refresh that page. There you go, babe. All done.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. Excellent. All right. We are coming to the top of the hour, so we're about to go dark. Before we do, I'm just going to come back to our beautiful peeps. Hi. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of our live stream today. We're going dark for the next hour, where I'll be answering more questions, doing share screening, setting our income-producing activities for the week. And this is what we do every single Monday or Tuesday, depends on where you are in the world. So if this is something that you would like access to, you can join us at mentoringwithsally.com. Jump on over there. It's only $47 a month to have 2, 4, 6, 8 hours worth of mentoring every single week, plus access to all of the previous sessions, learnings and trainings. And I believe there may be a trial currently available this month. We have a special, I don't know. Kat will figure that out. Hit that. If you want any more information, feel free to email us at ask@teamsparkle.com.au. Now, we do go live multiple times a week, and if you want to make sure you stay up to date with all of our live streams, you head here. sparkleclassacademy.com/calendar. We got a real sexy calendar now too. It looks amazing. It shows all of our live events, and also I just want to let everyone know we have a really, really special event coming up, which is happening in 2 weeks' time. It's something I said I'd never do again, and then I'm like, oh, let's just do it. I'm going to be going live for 24 hours. I'm going to be teaching a topic on the hour, every hour for 24 hours straight. So it's not this week. It might be next week. I can't remember. It's in my calendar and it's in the calendar now. There will be a chance for you, and I'm not sure if we're finished this yet. I got Kat to start putting it together, but there will be the opportunity for you to register for reminders. And also we're going to have a workbook. We're going to have a scavenger hunt. We're going to be playing games. And it's going to be an absolute blast. I've done them in the past. We've always had loads and loads of fun. I nap in between. If I can't make it all the way through, I might get one of my team members to let me have a nap on one of the hours and they can teach, like Jackie might be in. We'd definitely be bringing in the team members, and I'm just going to have fun with it. It's something that I've always had lots of fun. You'll watch me in my pajamas. You're going to watch me like my bedtime routine, except I will have to be sleeping in another room. Well, not literally sleeping, but I'll be in another room in the house because I'll be keeping my husband up otherwise. I think the last time I ended up out in my office on the couch in between lives. So it's super fun. If you want to head to the calendar there, we have started putting in the dates and the times, but I don't know yet if I've got the register for live reminders set up yet. We've got a new team member starting really soon. Team member is Dr. Sparkle. You'll get to meet her. She's so colourful and bright and amazing. So she's also coming into the Sparkle world in the next week or so. So keep an eye out for Dr. Sparkle. You're going to love her. She's amazing. All right, guys. So if you haven't joined us and you're watching this on the replay, please make sure that you do leave a comment below. Let us know you joined us on the replay, and one key takeaway. If you've joined and you are still here, and I see all your eyeballs right now, and I know that there's lots of you watching right now, please comment below a key takeaway or just say thank you or something along those lines as we head on out. And as always, guys, never let anyone dull your sparkle, and I will see you all wow, geez. We've got another lesson starting in 2 hours from now for those in List Growth Made Easy. So I'll see you all soon.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.